circuits for HVAC. Each class was like 2 months long. Great classes. I would suggest if you're a homeowner, even if you're not a homeowner, man, if you're young and you want to learn something about like the HVAC system, you as a grown adult, you should learn something about it, man. It's a perfect class for that kind of thing. You get to meet people, learn something new, and then if you ever have to call someone to come in to your house or your apartment to work on your HVAC, you're not gonna get scammed. All right, the next class is small gas engine repair. I was taking that class last year, but I ended up getting a different position at work, and so I just didn't have time to keep going with that. But I still want to learn how to do some of that stuff. I even got like an old lawnmower from a friend, and I was gonna like repair it, but I ain't had time now. Okay, now check out these other classes, man. Automotive restoration, panel repair training, non-structural aluminum welding for auto body repair and training, non-structural steel welding for auto body repair training. I'm skipping over some of these too. There's like a drone training class over here. There's carpentry, electrical. Some of these like are at nighttime, man. I mean, a lot of these are at night. Building construction technology. There's classes in Spanish. If you're Hispanic and your first language is Spanish, you know, electrical line worker. Um, there's even been women taking electrical line worker classes. There's floor covering and tile installation, general maintenance technician. Now, this class right here, I would suggest if you're like living at home, you're like 18, just got out of high school, you don't want to go to college, I would suggest taking this class. Even if you don't even take like if you want like don't want to go to community college and get like an associate's degree, I would take this class right here. Let me read what it's about. This course is designed to introduce students to fundamental elements of construction, building trades, including OSHA, 10-hour construction certification, basic electrical, drywall repair, painting, carpentry, plumbing, appliance repair, HVAC systems, EPA, universals, certification preparation, and soft skills and employability skills pertaining to general maintenance field. There's more stuff too on there, and this class is Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. and it's going to be from May 18th to August 5th. The class is $180. It's 336 hours long. That's like 2.5 months every day during the weekday. If you were, if you don't have no skills or nothing, I would suggest taking that class. If you're young at a high school, I would take that class because it's gonna be like Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. That's like every day, like a job. That'd be kind of like taking like a real job, but you're going to school. Um, Class is only $180, man. That ain't that much, man. You can get your parents to give you that, man. But you're gonna learn a lot of stuff, man, because you're gonna eventually gonna want to live somewhere. You're gonna live somewhere. You're gonna have to start taking care of your own house, man, or your own apartment or something. You're gonna need to know this stuff. Trust me. The older you get, you're gonna need to know this stuff. Um, EPA refrigerant recovery, HVAC heating and air conditioning. I think that's what I took. Yeah, that's what I took. There goes the teacher. Okay, now there's the business section, managing short-term rentals. Some of these classes ain't that long. This class is only the short-term rentals is only a 6-hour class. $50 for a 6-hour class case. Next one, social media marketing, 32-hour class, $125. Mm. Depends on what you're doing though. You know, if you kind of want to start a business with some of these skills that you could learn in this book or at this school, you might want to start a website. Uh, for the women, bank credit union teller training, 48-hour class, $125. Tuesdays and Thursdays, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. You could do that after your full-time job, or if you're, I don't know, working at a bar, waitress, restaurant. It's Tuesdays and Thursdays, so ask for those days off at the time, work before, then go to class, whatever. I don't know. Figure it out. There's a, let's see, broker in charge real estate updates. I don't know what that is. There's a class on contracts, That's only 4 hours. There's a general real estate class. That's 4 hours. E-notary for women out there working as secretaries or want to work in the office or something, man. Like that's something. If you're certified with that, you make more money or something, man. E-notary, public notary, notary public. Whenever people got to go to get stuff done, they need a notary to certify like documents and stuff. Then there's like the computer in the computer education section right now. Microsoft Excel level one. If you got a businessman, learning Excel would be really good to like make formulas with like your money, your inventory, all that good stuff. That stuff can get kind of complicated. So the more you know, the class will help you to know. You'll be more familiar with it once you start to get into it. Boom, now we're into the emergency service training. Because there's other classes like staying safe in the digital world. I'm not even going in those. All right, emergency service training, emergency medical technician initial. Just like if you want to be in an EMT career, I guess riding around in ambulances and stuff. Shoot, anger management specialist, behavioral technician, biowork process technician, cardiovascular monitor technician, certified personal trainer, medication aid, nurse aid level one. These classes are like 180 bucks, 180 hours. I'm telling you, man, these are some good stuff, man. Nurse aid level two, level one. I can't even read that word. Let's see. Medical assistant, registered medical assistant. Okay, now we're into hospitality service, hotel, restaurant stuff. Sanitation for food. That's a class right there. 8 hours, 50 bucks. 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Tuesdays and Thursdays. Serve safe, food safety training. 16 hours, $70. Tuesdays and Fridays, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Okay, now we're into industrial sewing. You got furniture upholstery, beginning, furniture upholstery intermediate, upholstery sewing. Boom, that's it. Um, Now we're in industrial training, forklift, OSHA forklift operator, 32 hours. You got hazmat, utility construction technician underground. That's crazy. Now here's one I took. I took welding. I took that about like 10 years ago. Bunch of hours. So here we got like, yeah, arc welding, welding industrial, wire fed, stick welding. Got a couple of those. Barber training, one and two, because I guess you got to be licensed. You got to have a certain amount of hours. Let's say this state board approved program consists of 152 1,528 hours of training for men and women interested in becoming entry level barbers. So you can't just go cut people's hair. This class is $200, 568 hours. Whew, man. But it's good stuff, man. Then you got like transportation. You can get your CDL training, Class B, WB, WP, whatever that means. I don't know. Uh, Skipping that. Let's see. Wedding, event planning, weddings, corporate and social events. That's one class. Let's see. Now we got languages. We got intro to French and Spanish, sign language one, sign language two. I took sign language one, passed that, got the certificate for that. Sign language two. I had people like making fun of me. Why you take sign language? Just some like little girl shit. I was like, cause it sounds cool. Like I mean, I thought it was cool. I didn't get to finish sign language two because work. I had to go. I got sent to Florida, so I want to go back and finish. I got to go back and take that class again. So I go to part three. but they're not even doing part three in the summertime, so that's good. Maybe I'll take that. Oh, but this class already started. It started April 7th, so I can't take that. Now we're going into like personal stuff, personal interest stuff. This is like art stuff, like acrylic painting. Um, I think that's cool. I got some art projects that I want to pursue this year. I wanted to do like some. I wanted to learn to take a art class on water. No wait, what's it called? Watercolors. Because I wanted to watercolor like some art that I have, but they don't have it in the summertime, and I think it's like in the daytime while I'm at work, so I can't take that class. But they got like basic stuff like drawing for beginners, building with clay, painting fundamentals, bunch of art stuff, cool stuff. Now we're into cooking. Plenty of guys, need to learn how to cook. You got appetizing delights, Asian cuisine, authentic Mexican cuisine, French cuisine, grilling 101. Shit, maybe I'll take that just to take a class. Stir fry specialties. Here's a class called "So You Can't Boil Water." That's for like a regular guy. The class is only 9 hours long, $75. Oh, but it's Saturday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. I can't do Saturday in the morning because I work full time. I just be tired in the morning on Saturday. Skipping some of these crafts. Ah, let's see. Art of basket weaving, stained glass 1 and 2. I think about stained glass like gotta think of all these classes on something that you're gonna like. Well, what I would say is like try to find some or take a couple classes on something that interests you, and that way you get to meet people, talk to people. You got something to do after work, before work, during your day. You're actually working towards something, even if you never work in this field. Um, it's, it's skills, man. You can't, they can't rob your mind from you unless you let them. But you might fall into something that you like. You'll at least instead of having what I'm saying is like you won't have to like invest like a lot of time and effort if you don't like it. Say you don't like this class, you take it, you don't have to keep going. It's not gonna like go against. It's not for a grade. You get a certificate, but if you don't go, it's whatever. You can take the class again and then get the certificate. Was that a cat in my yard? But that's what I'm saying. Like I said with the when I took the small engine repair class, I didn't finish the class. There's been a couple classes I didn't get to finish, but there's some I did get to finish. I got a certificate for it. You could, if you do get a certificate for something that you start working in, you can put that on your resume. You can show it to them or whatever. It gives you more experience. Then you got a little level up. You know, you got an idea of what they're talking about. You're not gonna just come in there like a fresh fish, a spring chicken, not knowing anything about the job or anything. You're gonna have some kind of idea, so you're not gonna be lost the first day. Damn, that cat just marked his territory. Anyways, financial planning. This is important stuff too, man. There's an estate planning class here. 2 hours, $25. A living in retirement. There is a real estate basics for home buyers and sellers. I want to take that class. I got that marked. Um, there's gardening for beginners. Now we're in like floral gardening and landscaping. Then there's the motorcycle. If you want to learn how to ride motorcycles, there's a class for that. There's piano. There's drama for beginners. Piano foundations, piano mid-level beginner. Then you got quilting, knitting, crocheting, pattern sewing. All these stuffs are skills, man. Um, roadside survival. Shoot, if you're a woman and you don't know anything about cars or roadside survival, like your car breaks down, I'll probably teach you how to like change a spare tire, or you could send your son or your daughter to this class. It's 4 hours long. It's $40. It's on a Saturday, 9 a.m. to 11. Here's another one, a self-defense class. If you're a woman or a guy that's just never been in, that's good to know, especially in these days where you can't trust nobody and the economy's crazy. So a robbing going on, and I've taken self-defense classes. I took a long time ago. I took a Wing Chun class for months, and I would tell you it saved my life several times. I got into a bunch of fights, and I used it. I definitely used what I learned, and I didn't lose those fights. That's other story for another day. Trust me. So that's the it. That's the end of this the booklet. I'm at 17 minutes. But yeah, man. Now I'll tell you about myself, man. When we go back to being like, I was gonna name this class like I'm a 19-year-old loser. I see all these videos of people living in their at their parents' house, whatever. Now I understand, because when I was 19, I'd already been to jail about 5 times. Had a hard time sitting down. Um, it's a different time. I'm talking about like in the 90s, 96, 97. I know, especially for guys, you probably have a hard time sitting down. Um, there's it's attention spans. You know, these telephones, these smartphones, these YouTube videos, this short form content, the Instagram, the Twitter, the corn. Stop looking at that stuff, man. Get back to what's real. Get back to what's real, man, out here, man. You see me out here. I got the birdhouse back here. You live in a house, an apartment, you're gonna need to learn this stuff, man. You should learn, whether you're a man or a woman, taking a basic electrical class, man. Learn how to at least wire an outlet. I'm telling you, man, this stuff, you're gonna need this stuff when, like, if you're young, if you're 19, 18, you're gonna need to know this stuff later on in life, unless you plan on not making it to my age. See this gray hair? You see this gray hair? You need to know this stuff, man. I'm telling you, it's gonna make you feel better. You're gonna learn some skills. You're gonna leave people behind, friends, family, whatever. You'll be able to help people too. This automotive stuff. Yeah, man, you're not gonna just learn skills by sitting at home watching YouTube videos. Now, that stuff, you gotta get your hands dirty, man. Those YouTube videos, they help. They help. Shoot, I even be using them at work sometimes, man. Had to figure out really something really small, like when I could just Google it, find it on YouTube real quick. But you gotta get your hands dirty. Every man knows that, man. And if you're a guy, remember you're a guy. Your brain was like built to learn this kind of stuff, man. Especially when it comes to like mechanical stuff, building stuff, repairing stuff. I mean, maybe you're like a, I'm not gonna go crazy on people like my brother. He's a big computer nerd, but he knows a lot about computers, so he knows about that kind of stuff. I wish he would learn a little bit more about this other guy's stuff when it comes like to the outside world, like cars, houses. But we're all different, so he's still my brother, and I love him. All right, y'all. We're at 20 minutes, so I'm gonna upload this. I want to cuss, man, but yo, keep reading your Bible. Read your Bible, man. Read your Bible.